The Partner Visa, Subclass 820-801, is a two-stage process that allows individuals who are in a genuine and ongoing relationship with an Australian citizen, permanent resident, or eligible New Zealand citizen to live in Australia. The visa has two components: a temporary visa, Subclass 820, and a permanent visa, Subclass 801. The Subclass 820 is the temporary visa granted in the first stage of the application. It allows the applicant to live in Australia with their partner while waiting for the permanent visa, Subclass 801. The Subclass 801 is the permanent visa granted after a specified period, usually 2 years, if the relationship is still ongoing. This visa allows the applicant to remain in Australia permanently. You must be in a genuine and continuing relationship with an Australian citizen, permanent resident, or eligible New Zealand citizen. The relationship must be one of the following: a marriage that is recognized under Australian law or a de facto relationship, living together for at least 12 months. Your sponsor, the Australian partner, must be an Australian citizen, permanent resident, or eligible New Zealand citizen. Your sponsor must agree to support you financially and meet specific sponsorship obligations. Both you and your partner must meet health and character requirements. This includes a health check and providing police clearance certificates from your home country to show you have no criminal background. You need to provide evidence of your genuine relationship. This can include joint financial responsibilities, bank accounts, bills, etc., photos, joint travel, and other documentation that demonstrates the relationship, and statements from family and friends supporting the authenticity of the relationship. The application process for the Partner Visa, Subclass 820-801, involves submitting an application for both the temporary Subclass 820 visa and the permanent Subclass 801 visa in one application. Before applying, you need to collect necessary documentation, including proof of identity, passport, birth certificate, relationship evidence, financial documents, joint leases, photos, etc., health check results, police clearance certificates from your home country, and your sponsor's details, including proof of their Australian citizenship, permanent residency, or eligibility as a New Zealand citizen. You can apply for both the Subclass 820 and Subclass 801 visas online via the IMI account on the Department of Home Affairs website. You need to complete the application form, upload supporting documents, and submit your application. The Partner Visa, Subclass 820-801 application fee is typically around AUD 8,000, but the fee can vary slightly depending on the specific circumstances. The Subclass 820 provisional visa will allow you to live in Australia while waiting for the Subclass 801 permanent visa. The Subclass 820 visa may take anywhere from 12 to 24 months to process, while the Subclass 801 permanent visa may take another 2 years from the time of receiving the temporary visa. Once your application is processed, you will receive a decision for the Subclass 820 visa, which allows you to stay in Australia while the permanent visa is being processed. After 2 years, if your relationship is still ongoing, you will be assessed for the Subclass 801 permanent visa. You will be granted the Subclass 801 visa if you meet the ongoing relationship requirement. The Subclass 820 provisional visa allows you to live with your Australian partner while waiting for your permanent visa. As a holder of the Subclass 820 visa, you are allowed to work in Australia. Once you are granted the Subclass 820 provisional visa, you may become eligible for Medicare, Australia's public healthcare system. After holding the Subclass 820 visa for about 2 years, you can apply for the Subclass 801 permanent visa, which grants you permanent residency. This visa allows partners of Australian citizens, permanent residents, or eligible New Zealand citizens to live together in Australia, providing a pathway for family reunification. The Partner Visa, Subclass 820-801, comes with certain conditions that applicants must follow. The Subclass 820 visa is temporary, allowing you to live in Australia while awaiting the Subclass 801 permanent visa. The Subclass 801 visa grants permanent residency, allowing you to live in Australia indefinitely. Holders of the Subclass 820 visa have full work rights in Australia. As a Subclass 820 visa holder, you can stay in Australia, but if you wish to travel, you must obtain a travel facility. After being granted the Subclass 801 visa, you will have unlimited travel rights in and out of Australia. Processing times for the partner visa, Subclass 820-801, can vary based on several factors, including the complexity of the application and whether the applicant has provided all required documents. The Subclass 820 provisional visa typically takes around 12 to 24 months to process. After the Subclass 820 visa is granted, the Subclass 801 permanent visa is generally processed about 2 years after the initial application. Long processing times are known for the Subclass 820-801 visa, as it involves a two-stage process that can span over several years. Applicants must provide compelling evidence of a genuine and continuing relationship. This can be a challenge if there are not enough supporting documents or if the relationship is relatively new. Meeting health and character requirements is essential, and applicants must undergo health checks and provide police certificates. If the Subclass 820-801 visa is not suitable for your circumstances, you might consider other visa options. The partner, provisional and migrant visa, Subclass 309-100, is the equivalent of the Subclass 820-801 visa for applicants who are outside Australia when applying. The Subclass 309 is the provisional visa, and the Subclass 100 is the permanent visa. If you are engaged to an Australian citizen, permanent resident, or eligible New Zealand citizen, you may apply for the prospective marriage visa, Subclass 300. This visa allows you to enter Australia to marry your partner, after which you can apply for a partner visa. The partner visa, Subclass 820-801, is a pathway for individuals in genuine relationships with Australian citizens, permanent residents, or eligible New Zealand citizens to live together in Australia. While it offers the opportunity to live, work, and access healthcare in Australia, the process can take several years due to the two-stage nature of the visa.